So, want to welcome everybody to Not-Nowsite Nerds number 8. Can you believe it?
What?
Number 8. So, I'm Charles with Until You Win, and I'm joined by
Leanne with Chief Joy Officer of Joyminder Consulting.
Hey, you have that fancy title. So,
Chief Winner of Until You Win.
yeah, I gotta come up with a good one. I just don't know what a good one would be yet. So,
Chief Winner. I like that one.
So
I've heard you can decide things like this on the fly. What do you know about that, Charles?
You can, and we're going to talk about that in a minute because we got some exciting new news that came out today. We got a couple websites to share with you after we go through our announcements, but we don't have anything super techy today. But that's because we're super excited about the announcement that Corporate Now-Site. So if I look a little bit this way, I'm looking at my notes on my whiteboard. I'm not like daydreaming off in La La Land. So wrote everything up on my whiteboard so that I would actually remember what I wanted to talk about today. So today, our live, we have Super Saturday coming up this Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 11 Central, 12 Eastern time, where we're going to kick off the Creative Pro AI 2.0 launch. So we're all pretty excited about this. How excited are you about Creative Pro, Leanne?
I can't even. If you saw how many websites I have and how much potential I have for awesome email marketing that I have not set up.
Why haven't you set up your email marketing?
It's so okay. In truth, Charles, how often do I check my emails?
Do you think? Not that often.
How do you connect with me?
I call you on the phone or send you a text.
Call, message, communicate, social media, anything except email. And so with my love for email, you can imagine I just wither away my evenings writing lovely emails. No, I don't.
I don't. Sure you do.
So no, I don't like writing emails because I don't particularly like getting emails, but I'm also a realist. And I know that having emails, well written, well composed, well thought out emails are really important for keeping in touch with your customers. So I am really excited about the Creative Pro because they're going to write those things for me, put them in my back office for me, and I can just run 5 emails.
Well, and think about it. The best part about it is that they do it within 24 hours.
Yep.
I don't know what the criteria is going to be. My guess is that you're going to have to give them some like bullet point ideas. They're going to look at your website that you're linking it to, and then they're going to be able to create these emails for you.
I might have happen actually live.
But it's not just emails. So I'm going to share this with you because the pricing came out. Now, actually, I'm going to hold off on the pricing for just a second, right? I know. I'm going to tease everybody because you know what? Oh, I didn't tease. I didn't mean to do that quite yet, but it's here, so I'm going to leave it. You know, here's the fact, is if you go to Fiverr and you ask somebody to write you an email campaign, a 5 email campaign, there is no place on Fiverr you're going to find it for $60 to write 5 emails. Right? Is that not crazy?
It's crazy. Totally crazy.
And if you sign up for this by the 30th of April, you only spend $19 a month. And you can get $60 in services. What? That's like mind-blowing when you think about it. Mind-blowing. But what if you just want a blog written, right? A single blog, $30. Where else can you get that unless you're using something that's already been used by 40 other people?
Nope.
I don't like writing blogs.
I do.
And we just talked about SMS campaigns, right? Well, what if you had your SMS campaigns written for you? A 3 SMS campaign that you get sent out because somebody sends you free website, and it sends them a 3 campaign message, social media post, online ads, and you pick and choose. Like, your $60 you get to use however you want. But wait, it gets better. You're supposed to, like, remember E.F. Hutton? When E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens. If you're under 40, you probably have no clue what that is. But on the fly, we were just talking about, coming up with a title for myself. You can do it on the fly. But if you want, you can purchase, they just created, it's now called Creative Pro Plus. Instead of $60 a month in services, you'll get $130 of services for $38 a month. Twice the amount, actually a little bit more than twice, but 55%, 60% more than what you're spending. And that price is going to go up to $54. So the Creative Pro will be $27. The Creative Pro Plus will be $54. So, I mean, can you think of anything that's better than that?
No, not offhand. Not with regards to this. But Charles.
Exactly.
But Charles.
Is there more?
There is. I saw it happen live.
What did you see happen live?
Creative Pro.
Right?
So you're right. It is a little bit of a questionnaire, like you would do if you were on Fiverr. They're going to ask you, what's the name of your business? What do you do? What are your key points? They need to know something about you. And, hey, what's your website? And then, so this is a combination of computer and human intelligence, right?
Right.
Which one do you think has the first crack at it?
AI.
Mm-hmm. So the AI takes that information and generates it, and then it gets proofed and tweaked by a human so that it is good before they pass it on and insert it into your thing. So it is like what you said. And so when I say I saw it live, I actually saw Justin pick a person out of the crowd, ask a few questions while typing furiously. And quite frankly, this person wasn't even prepared for it. And it kind of came up with the same answer 5 different ways to answer questions where, if you have more diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Left, moments later, was back and read to us the first email that had been generated.
Wow.
And then read the second one.
And how good was it?
They're good. Very good. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, converting type emails. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's the problem that anybody who does online marketing has a problem with, is how do you write emails that convert? I'm not a copywriter. Like, that's not my stronghold. And we talked about that last week. I can sit there and read a policy and procedure and tell you what's wrong with it and how it needs to be better, but don't ask me to write marketing that an email marketing that converts. That's like foreign, I think, to most people, and not just you and I who are in the digital marketing space. So okay, so Super Saturday launch, all this is going to be gone over in details. And by the way, even if you're not a member of Now-Site, okay, if you go to https://nowsite.today, you're welcome to join. So everybody is welcome to join on May 1st at 9 p.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for the Super Saturday with Nowsite. So that's super exciting. On Super Saturday, they're also going to go over some compensation plan updates, which is really cool. The one thing that we do know is that they're going to be doing away with this called the 50% rule. And I know that as your business grows with Nowsite, it can really become effective. That can affect you. If you have one person who is really, really strong and just builds a huge leg, the old rule was they cannot be more than 50% of your volume to get paid. Leanne, you ran into this one time where you had some problems with this, right?
Well, it didn't end up being a problem, but it definitely, throughout the month, I was paying attention. Where am I at? Am I getting the full volume yet? I knew I would because I already had a large enough organization. So at some point, if you have a large enough organization and you don't have one person go crazy big all at once, it may or may not become an issue. But if you're starting out and you've got 5 people and one goes crazy big, the other 4 may not be able to balance it. And that's the 50-50 rule. One cannot be more than half of your total volume is how it was laid out. And it's very common in direct.
And the best part about this is as of Saturday, it's gone.
This Saturday?
This Saturday.
What? May 1st?
May 1st.
Oh.
That's one of the announcements for the compensation plan.
I did not hear about that. Okay.
Which is super exciting. So Justin said there's a couple of other plan
go big.
Changes.
Go big, Charles.
We're going big.
No. Okay.
So Justin said there's some other compensation plan updates that they're going to go over. There's nothing like super dramatic. Even the 50% rule is not all that dramatic for 90% of the people. That's the reality.
Right.
And then he did talk about, and I have to say this, Cheryl Coco almost like blew it, but she's good at not keeping secrets. Mm-hmm. So we still don't know what the details are, but it's called 1, 2, 3 bonus.
Okay, then.
That's all that they would tell us is there's something new in the compensation plan that's called 1, 2, 3 bonus. It's going to be announced Saturday. So another go big or go home. So if you want to know what 1, 2, if you want to know what 1, 2, 3 bonus is, be there Saturday.
Okay, May 1st.
May 1st.
Wow.
What time?
What time?
9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. It's not going to be long. He said it might be he goes, it's going to be at least an hour. It might go a little over. So, all right. So that's Super Saturday. So we have the address, which is on the screen right now, nowsite.today, Creative Pro, AI 2.0 launch, comp plan update, 1, 2, 3 bonus. So that's this Saturday. Those announcements are going to be made. So excited about that. They did announce Nerd Stock. So that's in June. What, 26th, 28th, something like that?
It's
one of those dates.
26th.
Go to nerdstock.not-nowsite, and all the details are on that page. So that's coming up. So one of the other things that was talked about that I really think we have to look at this as such a great bonus is Nowsite is taking over as much of the training as they can. And it's not that they don't trust us in the field to do training, they do, but what they really want is they want to take some of the pressure off of us for having to train the new person. And when you think about it, that's kind of an incredible, what other company is that's out there that does affiliate marketing, whether it's affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, home business, whatever it might be, what company focuses on saying, you know what, you bring the people to us and we will train them how to use the product, how to market the product, how to run their affiliate program and make the most out of it. I mean, nobody else does that. I don't know of any other company that has it so well ingrained. You get a lot of companies that do great in having big events, right? They have their annual conventions, they have their quarterly events, and they have. Listen, what CEO gets on a call every Tuesday with you?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He and Cheryl Coco, our VP of marketing, every Wednesday are doing an affiliate training. They're going to be adding, starting next month, a training for a brand new affiliates. So brand new affiliates who come on will be able to attend a training that's a small group training of just brand new people with the CEO and the VP of marketing, and they're going to teach them how to do the affiliate marketing program. Nobody else does that. I mean, that is really kind of cool. And he made it clear it's for the brand new people. It's not for the for everybody. It's meant for those specific people, right? So that's an exciting one. May, the corporation is going to be focusing on 3 main things when it comes to training. They're going to be focusing on affiliate training, sales training, and comp plan training. So again, they're really saying, we as a corporation want to train our affiliates, and we want to make sure that we all of us in the field who are sharing this with others are bringing people to one central place to get them trained. Take the training off of us. I love training. I know Leanne loves training, but not having to do it, I would much rather have corporate call me and say, hey, would you like to get on this training and teach this piece of the puzzle? That would be awesome, right?
Yeah. Oh, yep, absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to have to set the training up every week and do it on my own. We do this because we enjoy it, but I mean, think about it. That's kind of cool when you think.
Well, if we back up, Charles, I started with Now-Site a minute before you did, last July, right?
Yes.
Last July, when suddenly we realized it wasn't going to be a couple weeks at home, it's going to be a longer term thing, and people weren't going to be traveling, and all of our rescheduled travel was now being just canceled, and my travel business was done. And I got shown Now-Site actually for the second time and said yes this time because I realized how much the product had improved since I'd seen it the previous March. So in 3 months, they'd improved to a level that me, as a fairly techie person and knowing quite a bit about social media, realized that this was going to be a solution that would replace multiple other solutions that I'd been paying for and save me a ton of money as a business owner when I was really concerned about the future of my business and the expenses of my business. So that was what I did. Then at the time, I saw a need for doing presentations, teaching people, doing groups, because if you can reach more than one person at a time, you can save a lot of one-on-one time, which is how I started, one-to-one, one-to-one. But eventually I started doing a training so that I could do multiple groups. And I even started using Now-Site to build a training. Like, here, do this, do this, do this, do this. You saw some of it, Charles, because when you started with me, I have an onboarding process that I use to help teach my people what they need to know to do what they need to do. Well, now I'm glad I didn't do too much with it, because Now-Site honestly is taking that off of me completely. Between the nerds and the creative pro, nobody even has to learn how to use this stuff. You don't have to know how to create.
If they don't want to.
But if they want to, the training will be there as well. So it's just perfect. Speaking of websites, I do want to show you a few today. So, but go for it.
Yes. So let's see. Hold on just a minute. Okay. We want to making sure we hit all the main topics. So corporate training. Yeah. Perfect. Got it all.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So let us look at your websites. So your pages are up. You are.
So just this past week, to give you an idea, I was featured on one of the Nowsite calls for our group, which is called the Gem Junkies group, and they invited me to come in because I'd heard that I created a unique site, which is actually, I got to find it now. It's here, this one. I changed a couple details on it, but it's an RSVP page for a bridal shower. So I changed some stuff on here. So it's nothing, if anybody goes to this URL and wants to buy a wedding for my daughter,
Please go ahead.
But you can't sign up and you can't come to the wedding. You can't automatically go to the bridal shower. Sorry. That is, yeah. But the invitations are going out, and on the invitation is the URL for the RSVP page.
Very cool.
So they're coming to this RSVP, which has her name in the URL, but then she can just come in and register. So we know accept or regret, additional notes, and then they can immediately go to her registry. So this is now a duplicatable page. If I wanted to launch another business, I could do this. Or if I wanted to show this now to a printer and say, look, this is a value add. You could do this for all the brides that buy printing from you. That's actually a good idea. I might do that.
Very nice.
So that was one. And then my BNI chapter, which is a way that I help to market all of my businesses, is through BNI Business Network International. We are having a visitor day. So people were wondering, well, who do I invite to a visitor day? So I created a couple of slides on Canva. And I just put the slides together onto a website. Meet Mike. Mike wants to grow his business. Invite Mike. He might like to become a member. Meet Linda. Linda's thinking. So I put up these 3 slides. That's all that's on this, really. But it was a way for me to show this to the members of my chapter quickly and easily. And oh, by the way, copy the URL, put it into the chat, let people open it up on their own computers so they can think about it or ponder it later. And nice. Since I took the time to put this all in here, what do you think? You think I might have put my own branding at the bottom? Of course I did. Nobody paid me for this, to do this, but this was a helpful tool for other people. So if you can even create stuff that helps others, nobody says you have to do anything for free.
Correct.
And if it's an opportunity for people to say, wow, she did this, maybe she can help me with that. Do that. Use this opportunity to help build other businesses. In here, I have a bright red button that says, see how to register your visitors. Guess what? It's another website, how to register a visitor. And I just did screenshots. And I put a whole pile of screenshots in here. And then using the technique that we showed last week, so go back to session 7. I have a BNI Connect screenshots, click, and it goes flying down the page to, how do you do it on a laptop?
Very nice.
And you know what? The person who inspired me to do this registered 6 people. Boom, 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 boom. Having had this in front of her. Oh, and by the way, I still branded myself at the bottom. Then I thought, well, while I'm at it, what if I just create a landing page for my whole chapter? Welcome. We would love to meet you. Please come visit, whether you are looking to do any of these things. Where we meet, how we meet, register. And then, that register button, by the way, flies you down the page. Or maybe I didn't put that in yet. Okay, I forgot to put it in. That's what the button actually does. But then it talks about who we are when we're doing this. Visit us page, so that it would fly you down to this registration where they can put in their business name, industry, specialty, visit date. And when they click on register, it gives them the Zoom link so that they can put it into their calendar or do whatever they need to do. And then for fun, I just added in some recordings of some of our chapter members talking about the value of BNI for their businesses. So again, great product. I did a little less branding on the bottom of this one just because it's different. It's not a training, but still put a little bit. The social media in this case goes to my chapter social media. So yeah, really great opportunities to use Nowsite creatively. This is another one I put together, my own personal journey this year, and in 2020, frankly, I was a little depressed. I drank a little wine. I put on a little weight. And I am reversing all of that now. And so I go through and share what I'm doing. What are my specific steps that I'm taking? What is my journal? I'm putting in blog posts. And oh, by the way, while I'm at it, I created pages that are blog posts. Hey, look what I found. I thought this was my salad, but it wasn't my husband, but he put it there. It was this little dude. So it's fun. If you can be creative, blog posts don't have to be scary, but even if you have a nerd write them for you, here's another blog post. Now this one I used content from my website called, you can find it PLR content. If you look on my website though, you can get 10 free credits, get 10 free items that you can copy. So this right here, starting a business of your own might seem like a daunting task. All of this writing that you see here, I didn't write. I got it from PLR. All of it.
Right. And while PLR is a great way for somebody to do this on the quick and easy, the only downfall with PLR is that you have thousands of other people that have access to this same stuff, right?
Yeah, it's best if you can customize it, for sure.
Correct.
Don't leave it just the way it is, but
right. But it's a great way to start, but Creative Pro is going to be the best way to get your brand new individual content out there.
And when they write the blog and then make it all pretty for you, like that one was, I mean, it's just another opportunity. And then finally, another business that I have is a realtor. So here we are. This is another opportunity that I'll be able to offer soon. And it talks about how does it work? How do you want to do it? Learn more today. Schedule an appointment. So it's just fun. You can, and
very
it's
cool.
Easy to do some of this. Most of this website I copied through our team section from somebody else. So yeah, and even this page, 5 pages, resources. So yeah, it's just been fun. I've had a lot of fun getting back into the creative side of this, but this is what I like to do. And if you don't, we've got nerds. I like to write. I like to create websites, so I'm good. I'm still going to get the pro package upgrade because $38 for 10 emails written every month for me, mind blowing. And by the way, I think I'm right. They'll write 5, and if the next month I choose, they'll write 5 more for the same content that won't be the same content.
They will.
It'll be add-on content and different content. So
and if you have 5 sites and you already have your 5 emails and you want 5 brand new emails every single month for those different sites, you can have them. Like, it's amazing to have somebody like this. Like to have the ability to do this. So
absolutely. So those were some of the fun stuff that I've been doing lately. And these are ideas that you can employ too. I know other people are talking about this. Like, well, what if I would actually create something and Charles, you've done this. I've done this. I've created websites for people in advance. But we don't have to. Now we can bring them into Nowsite, let them build the website for them and sign them up while we go out and find other people that need the same help, which is even more fun. So yeah, it's just good.
It's more than good, to be honest with you. It is truly amazing when you think about what it is that they're doing. I'm trying to pull something up, so just give me a half second because I want to show people. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, Fiverr is killing me. The variety of stuff that you can have done, with your $130 of credit. I mean, the variety is so good.
It is.
What if you do want 1 blog post and 5 emails? Guess what? You get 2 blog posts for $60. You get 1 for $30. So if you do the 5 emails and 1 blog post, that's only 90 of your 130 credits. You've got 40 credits left to go and use for other stuff. So yeah, go do it.
Yeah, it's really, truly incredible. All right, so let's.
Is there a direct sign up link for Creative Pro? Did you have that up there before?
There's not a direct sign up. You have to be a Nowsite member, and it's going to pop up when you log into your account as a Nowsite member with do you want to sign up for this?
Yeah.
All right, so let me share. So I want to stop share. I want to share a new screen. So we are going to go to this one here. Okay, so I just typed into Fiverr email campaigns. Okay, this one, 3 custom emails for your welcome sequence or weekly emails of 250 words or less each for $235 and 8 days to deliver it. How much is ours?
$19 for
5 emails is worth $60.
Right.
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 Oh, and by the way, with Creative Pro, if you choose to go above and beyond what you pre-purchase, you can a la carte order each of those things. All right. So here is a 4-part email campaign, $200, 7-day delivery.
Yep.
I hope people are look at this. One powerful email marketing, $155 for a single email. Oh, you get 2 subject lines included.
Ooh.
Somebody thinks that she's like the best sales copywriter of all times on Fiverr. 1 email template, 1 automated workflow, and 1 list segment. So this is for somebody who's on Zoho who needs to be able to put an email into their list and into their automation system. So he's building all that for you for $200. And last we have, this is the cheapest one, $40 for 150 to 200 words for a single email.
Yep.
So 45 times 5 is 200. It's still a whole lot more expensive. So
yep.
Really kind of incredible when you think about the fact that, I mean, we're just getting this. And then I wanted to talk, because it was funny. There was a couple of, we were talking about email campaigns and the power of an email campaign and marketing to people online. This was discussed in that training when Justin was talking about how the month of May is going to be focused on training and really bringing people up to speed, making sure everybody's doing the same thing. And the question or the slight comment came up about all the people who are on social media who are marketing to you, right? I mean, how many times do you get emails from somebody, and I was guilty of doing this recently, right? Which was trying to go out on and post a comment on social media that gets people interested in what I'm doing, where I'm not really telling them what I'm doing, but I'm trying to bait post them to come and ask me questions. And then once they come and they start asking me questions and I start interacting with them, then I'm trying to sell them whatever I'm doing, right? Well, the question came, Justin actually made the question where he says, my reply to people like that would be, I hope this isn't your only online marketing strategy. Right? I mean, yeah. So I almost want those comments now. And then it also was brought up, do you have a website? And the answer is either yes or no. If they say yes, my reply back to them is going to be, can you send me your link? Right? Because I want them to send me the link, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a corporate, generic affiliate network marketing. Here's your affiliate link that sends you to the corporate page that just has your ID at the end.
Or a real estate page.
Or a real estate page, or whatever it is, right? And then if they say no, the response would be, how would you like to get one built for free? Built before you buy. I mean, the worst they're going to say is what?
No, that's too expensive.
Oh my gosh, why did you say that to me? I can't handle that word. No,
Expensive?
expensive, right? Yeah. How much is this going to cost me? I always like to do, so I've been a nurse all my life, and I used to work the ER all the time. And they would always, 9 times out of 10, if I was working, I was getting called a lot to come start IVs. It was one of the things I do very well. And so I would come in and say, hi, they asked me to come over and get your IV started. And they're like, and who are you? And I would go, well, I'm the janitor, but I'm here to start your IV. And they go, well, what?
I think we did have a janitor start my daughter's IV once. Who was awful.
Yeah. But I reassure them. But again, it's don't you want the best people building your website for you?
Right.
So I always try to bring levity to the situation. So when somebody says, oh my gosh, that has to be expensive, I'll go, it probably is. You probably can't afford it. And they'll be like, what? I'm like, I don't know if you can afford $47 a month. And they'll be like, oh, is that all you're talking about? Yeah, we're not talking about, break the bank. We're talking about, $47 a month and a $40 one-time fee to build your site for you. Not a $200, right? And we already showed for email that they want 3, 4, 5 times as much as Nowsite charges. So let's see. Oh, the other one that was said that I really, really thought was funny. It was when you get spammed by somebody who's just blasting, right? Check out my stuff, check out my stuff, check out my stuff. You say, can I teach you how to not be a spamming spammer? Just, again, it was Justin and Coco just off the fly, rattling these things off, and, me writing down notes as fast as I could write down.
And speaking of off the fly, how did they come up with such a great name?
Oh, you mean the Creative Pro Plus?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my gosh, Justin, we were in the middle of changing topics from this Creative Pro, and somebody had made a comment about, hey, can I buy 2? And somebody else said, oh, I'd love to buy 2. And I know I chimed in, I'd buy 2, right? And Cheryl was moving on to another topic, and Justin goes, that's a great idea. And Cheryl's like, what are you talking about? And he goes, we need to go back for a moment. And literally we spent the next 5 to 10 minutes just like between all of us typing in our comments on Facebook. And then it was, it was Creative Pro Max. It was Creative Pro, like everybody was throwing names out. And finally somebody, Plus is the new big thing, right? Who has Discovery Plus? I do, because I don't want to pay for ads. So yes, I want to watch a 40-minute show in 40 minutes, not in an hour and 15. So, Creative Pro Plus, literally on the fly while we were in the room. And I can't think of another company that lets the field people come up with ideas and then throw names out of potential. And then by the time, like an hour after the call was done, there was already an email going out to everybody in the workforce saying, hey, Creative Pro Plus, if you already signed up and you want to add the plus to it, fill out the form and let us know. That fast. So
yeah,
on the fly.
Again, the leaps and bounds. 3 months between I first looked at Nowsite and I signed up for Nowsite. Right then it was a $300 a month, went down to $87 a month, went down to free within a week because I signed up a couple people, and I was getting paid $100 and then $400 and $1,000 a month above what I was paying. So it's like, it's crazy, but all along they just keep innovating. I heard somebody had a conversation with Justin like last Friday or something.
Oh yeah.
And started talking about things that they'd love to see. And and I'm in Now Club. Charles will be there soon, where we talk about, what's coming up and what do we want. And Justin has said over and over again, I want it all too. We can only do so much at a time, but let me show you. He actually showed us a spreadsheet one time of they work in 2-week blocks. Every 2 weeks they sit down. This is what we're going to do in the next 2 weeks, and they do it. And then the next 2 weeks they sit down. We're going to do this in the next 2 weeks. And when they added on more engineers, software engineers this spring, the list went from being, yay long to being like scrolling long. And they're doing it every 2 weeks. They're just adding on and adding on. But I've seen him do stuff on the fly too. When they announced the Done For You campaigns for some direct sales marketing companies, initially he's like, yeah, we're not exactly sure what to call it. And people just started flooding in with the ideas right there live on Facebook. So it really is a different kind of company that takes that kind of responsiveness and on the fly and every week being there and all the ways that they allow us to be part of the growth of this company is just impressive.
No, it is very impressive. And yes, last week I did get to spend 15 minutes with him on a Zoom with Justin, just a one-on-one. He said his goal is to reach as many people as he can over the next month. He has so much time every single day slotted out to talk with people. And he just wants to know, like, what's going on, who you are, what you're doing, what brought you to Nowsite, why do you, what is it that you like to see? I brought up that I wanted to see a members only area because I had been talking to some people from a program I was in that they want to do coaching and they want to sell a monthly subscription. And right now it can be done in Nowsite, but it takes a little bit of tech work. Like you have to be a little bit smarter than the average bear to get that working in Nowsite. But he's like, yes, he goes, that's something that we want to do, definitely. And he was writing stuff down and he was paying attention. He goes, it's something that could very easily be done. And, for us to be able to have a subscription base, if you're a coach or an author or something that you're selling a service where you're, maybe you just created a course, or maybe you have the rights to resell a course, to be able to have that course in a private members area that only your members can go to. And if they don't pay, they don't get their access, right? Whether it's a one-time fee or it's a monthly fee. So yeah, very open, I've never been with a company. And again, I'm not the fastest person out of the ship, but I don't make hundreds and thousands of dollars a month. But he wanted to hear from me just because I was a regular person. So that's really encouraging.
This was a Zoom. It
was a Zoom call. Yes.
You're face-to-face with the CEO of Nowsite. And, I don't know, how much of his history do you know, Charles? Like what he did before Nowsite? I
know that he's built several software companies. He's sold them. He's a Harvard graduate. But honestly, he's trying to downplay a lot of that. And that's why in our presentations now, you see that's not in there, because he doesn't want it to be about him. He wants it to be about the company, which is a super exciting thing also. So I know that I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to working with any of you who are interested in joining. We are affiliates with Nowsite, and if you sign up under me, Leanne gets paid also. It's a nice two-tier affiliate program, so very well compensated for what we do. And if you're looking for a website at an inexpensive price, but with the highest quality out there, you need to get back in touch with us. Pop a comment in below. I know if you go to my YouTube channel and you go to the About Me section, you can get my email and send me an email. I'm actually going to start putting my email and phone number right in the descriptions. I saw somebody else who did that, and I talked with them about it, and they're like, why are you afraid to have people call you? Like, put your information out there. So I'm most likely going to do it in this one when I go clean up my titles and my description after this. But anything else you got, Leanne?
I'm still processing what you just said. You do put your email address out there?
I'm going to start putting my email address and my phone number in the descriptions of my YouTube so that people can get in touch with me.
As opposed to having, a contact me page built in Now-Site.
Contact me page or a 15 pages that they have to jump between. So I was able to find Leanne's phone number, and I called Leanne off of a YouTube video.
Phone number, yes, not an email.
Oh.
Because
you don't read your emails as often.
Spiders do crawl emails on websites.
They do. You are correct about that. So.
Using forms are a way around that. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yes, absolutely. So we love being here. We love doing this. We love sharing ideas. Usually we're a little more techie, like how-tos. Check out the other videos. I'm sure we'll get back to that as well. But there's just so much happening. And now, this Saturday, more happening. So we'll see what next week brings.
That's
but we will be here, and we look forward to it. Again, use the links that you see below. We appreciate that. It makes a difference for us. It makes a difference for our families, and then we can make a difference for other people, too.
That's right.
So thanks for being here. This
All
is
right.
Leanne.
Until next time.
Oh, darn it. Yes. Boom.
Pick the right side.
There you go.
That's it.
That's
All right. High five. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.